Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Humanity has always sought to reshape the Earth to its needs, carving rivers, building dams, and dreaming up ways to connect distant oceans. From the earliest civilizations, water has been both a barrier and a bridge, an obstacle to overcome and a resource to harness. Our relationship with water has defined where we settle, how we trade, and even how we wage war. The urge to control water is as old as civilization itself, and nowhere is this ambition more dramatically realized than in the creation of interoceanic canals. These monumental feats of engineering are not just about moving ships from one sea to another. They're about connecting worlds, transforming economies, and redrawing the map of global power. The Suez and Panama Canals, for example, have become lifelines for international commerce, shaping the flow of goods and the fortunes of nations. These waterways are more than just channels, they're economic engines and geopolitical chess pieces. Every container ship that passes through carries not just cargo, but the hopes and ambitions of entire countries. The decisions made around these canals ripple across continents, influencing everything from the price of everyday goods to the balance of global alliances. The Panama Canal, completed in 1914 after a century of dreams and decades of struggle, revolutionized global shipping. It slashed transit times and costs, allowing ships to bypass the treacherous Cape Horn and opening up new possibilities for trade and travel. The canal quickly became a vital artery for world trade, a symbol of human ingenuity and a source of national pride and international tension. But what happens when this artery is threatened? Today, the Panama Canal faces mounting challenges, from droughts that lower water levels and restrict passage, to surging demand that creates bottlenecks and delays. The world watches anxiously, knowing that any disruption here can send shockwaves through the global economy. Enter the proposed Nicaragua Grand Canal, a project that promised to dwarf Panama, backed by Chinese finance and ambition. The idea was bold: a new, wider, deeper canal that could accommodate the largest ships on Earth, offering an alternative route and challenging Panama's dominance. The announcement sent shockwaves through the shipping industry, hinting at a new era of competition and shifting global power. Investors, governments, and shipping companies scrambled to assess the risks and opportunities, while local communities and environmentalists raised urgent questions about the project's impact. As old infrastructure faces new challenges like climate change, unpredictable weather, and ever-increasing congestion, the race to build the next great trade route is heating up. The world's appetite for goods keeps growing, and so does the pressure on these critical waterways to keep pace. The story of these canals is, ultimately, about the relentless search for efficiency, control, and influence in the global economy. It's a story of visionaries and rivals, of nature tamed and unleashed, and of a world forever shaped by the flow of water and the ambitions of those who seek to master it. The Panama Canal stands as a 20th century marvel, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Its construction, completed in 1914, was one of the most ambitious engineering projects ever attempted, overcoming daunting natural obstacles and revolutionizing global trade. The canal story is one of vision, perseverance, and international collaboration, forever changing the way the world connects. By lifting ships over the continental divide with a series of ingenious locks, the canal bridges the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. These massive locks, powered by gravity and water, allow vessels of all sizes to traverse the isthmus, bypassing the perilous journey around South America's Cape Horn. This shortcut saves weeks of travel and immense costs for shipping companies, making global commerce faster and more efficient. Instead of braving treacherous seas and unpredictable weather, ships can now move swiftly between oceans, carrying everything from consumer goods to raw materials. Today, the canal connects 170 countries and nearly 2,000 ports, serving as a vital artery for international trade. Its influence stretches across continents, linking economies and cultures in ways that were once unimaginable. About 5% of global maritime cargo passes through the canal each year, making it a linchpin for supply chains worldwide, especially between Asia and the United States. Every day, thousands of containers filled with electronics, food, and manufactured goods make their way through this narrow waterway, supporting the flow of modern life. In 2016, Panama completed a massive expansion, adding new locks to accommodate colossal Neo-Panamax ships. This bold upgrade tripled the canal's capacity, allowing even larger vessels to pass and securing its relevance for the 21st century and beyond. The canal is the economic heart of Panama, generating nearly $5 billion in revenue in 2024 alone. It's run as a profit-driven business, providing jobs for thousands and funding vital national projects, from infrastructure to education. Its neutrality is guaranteed by international treaty, ensuring that ships from all nations can access this crucial passage. This commitment to open access has made the canal a symbol of global cooperation and peace. The canal's commercial focus keeps it efficient and adaptable, with advanced technology and skilled staff maximizing its value as Panama's greatest national asset. Every day, teams work around the clock to ensure smooth operations and safe passage for all. Yet, even this global icon faces new threats, from climate change and water shortages to shifting trade patterns. The Panama Canal's enduring legacy will depend on its ability to adapt and innovate, continuing to connect the world for generations to come. The Panama Canal now faces a formidable adversary: climate change. Severe droughts in 2023-24 caused water levels in Gatun Lake to plummet, forcing drastic cuts in daily ship transits and creating massive backlogs. The canal became a high-stakes auction, with desperate shipping lines paying millions to skip the queue. The crisis exposed a fundamental vulnerability: the canal's reliance on abundant fresh water. While the 2016 expansion prepared for bigger ships, it didn't account for extreme weather. The drought was a wake-up call. Panama's reliability is no longer guaranteed. This uncertainty has reignited interest in alternative routes, challenging Panama's monopoly. The world is searching for backup plans. In 2013, Nicaragua stunned the world by announcing a $50 billion Grand Canal, backed by a Hong Kong-based firm. The plan, a 172-mile waterway, 3 times longer and far deeper than Panama's, able to handle the world's largest ships. The project was seen as a strategic play by China, offering a new trade lifeline and challenging U.S. dominance in the region. For Nicaragua, the canal promised to double GDP, create jobs, and transform the nation. The government granted sweeping powers to the developer, fast-tracking the project. For a moment, it seemed a new rival to Panama was imminent, but ambition alone wasn't enough. The dream soon collided with harsh realities. Despite bold promises, the Nicaragua Grand Canal remains a ghost project. Financing was the main obstacle. $50 billion proved impossible to raise, especially after the backers' fortune collapsed. Investors balked at the lack of transparency, economic risks, and Nicaragua's instability. Fierce opposition erupted over environmental destruction and mass displacement, sparking protests and legal battles. By 2019, deadlines were missed, offices closed, and the project faded away. The Super Canal became a phantom, an idea that never left the drawing board. Its failure is a cautionary tale. Grand visions need credible financing, social consent, and realistic planning. Redrawing global trade routes is never easy. As Nicaragua's canal faded, Mexico revived an old idea: the interoceanic corridor of the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. Instead of a canal, it's a high-speed rail land bridge, shuttling containers between upgraded ports on the Atlantic and Pacific. The project aims to create a new economic hub in southern Mexico, with industrial parks and billions in investment. Unlike a canal, cargo must be transferred between ships and trains, making efficiency crucial. The corridor is moving forward rapidly, attracting international investors. While unlikely to match Panama's volume, it offers vital redundancy for high-value goods or during disruptions. Mexico's Iron Path could become a key alternative in global trade. The race for new routes is on. In Southeast Asia, the dream of a canal across Thailand's Kra Isthmus has long tempted planners. Such a canal would bypass the congested Malacca Strait, a critical choke point for global shipping and energy flows. China has shown interest, but the project faces huge costs, environmental risks, and fears of dividing Thailand. Instead, Thailand is pursuing a $28 billion land bridge, highways and railways linking new deep-sea ports. This approach offers many benefits of a canal, with fewer risks and less geopolitical tension. The land bridge is gaining momentum, attracting investment and positioning Thailand as a regional logistics hub. Sometimes, the pragmatic path wins over the grandest dreams. Building a new canal or land bridge is never just about economics, it's a geopolitical earthquake. A rival to Panama would break its monopoly, cut revenues, and shift power in the region. Host nations like Nicaragua or Mexico could gain enormous economic and political clout. The US would view any Chinese-backed project with deep suspicion, seeing it as a challenge to its influence. For global shipping, more routes mean resilience, lower costs, faster transit, and a more robust supply chain. Competition would benefit consumers worldwide. The stakes are high, and the players are powerful. The quest for new arteries of commerce is a high-stakes game of strategy and ambition. Geography shapes destiny, but human ambition keeps redrawing the map. Throughout history, the contours of continents and the barriers of oceans have dictated the flow of goods and ideas. Yet, every generation has found new ways to challenge these boundaries, driven by the desire to connect, to prosper, and to leave a mark on the world. The story of global trade is a story of constant reinvention, where natural obstacles become opportunities for innovation. The Panama Canal stands as a testament to overcoming barriers, but new challenges demand new solutions. When it opened, it revolutionized maritime trade, shrinking distances and transforming economies. Today, however, the canal faces mounting pressures, from the sheer scale of modern shipping to the unpredictable impacts of climate change. Its legacy is secure, but its future is uncertain, as the world looks for faster, more resilient ways to move goods. The failure of Nicaragua's Super Canal and the rise of land bridges in Mexico and Thailand signal a shift in strategy. Instead of relying solely on massive waterworks, nations are investing in railways and overland corridors, seeking flexibility and speed. These projects reflect a new understanding, that the future of trade may not be about a single grand canal, but about a web of interconnected routes, each adapting to the needs of a changing world. The future may lie in a network of routes, canals, railways and ports, building resilience into global trade. This interconnected system can absorb shocks, reroute around disruptions, and keep the world's supply chains moving even in times of crisis. As technology advances, the integration of smart logistics and real-time data will make these networks even more efficient and adaptable. The Panama Canal must adapt or risk obsolescence as competition and climate change force innovation. Droughts threaten its water supply, while rival routes promise alternatives for shippers. Expansion projects and new technologies are underway, but the canal's future will depend on its ability to evolve in a rapidly changing environment. The story of these rival routes is the story of globalization itself, written in concrete, steel, and water. Every new bridge, tunnel, and port is a chapter in humanity's ongoing quest to connect distant markets and cultures. The infrastructure we build today will shape the possibilities of tomorrow, influencing how nations interact and how prosperity is shared. The map of trade is always changing, shaped by ambition and ingenuity. As new routes emerge and old ones fade, the world's economic landscape is redrawn again and again. It is a living map, reflecting the dreams and determination of those who dare to imagine a more connected future. The relentless quest to connect our world will define the future of nations and commerce for generations to come. In this era of rapid change, those who innovate and adapt will shape the destiny of global trade, ensuring that the flow of goods and the exchange of ideas never ceases.